It does go long, and Rybakina sweeps aside Raducanu pretty easily there. Yeah, very well, very simple for the Kazakhstani in the end. Not really anything too bothered about that. She didn't have a break point to face. She was very comfortable on serve, hitting her spots nicely, and just blew Raducanu off the court. I was going to say, it's not like Raducanu isn't a big ball striker. It's not like she's this like Tatiana Maria sort of like slice and dice sort of player, although she does have a great backhand slice. She is a big ball striker, but trying to match the weight that Rybakina produces is not something that she has just yet. Whether she changes that when she with Rug is up to them. But yeah, for today it was one-way traffic. It was always going to be. She started again. I don't think Raducanu did anything particularly badly in that match. It was just that it was taken out of their hands pretty quickly, and then she was broken at the start of the second when she was 4-love up, and everything sort of went downhill from there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fascinating career that Raducanu has already had. Most players, they kind of like start out by having a very limited game. They develop as time progresses, and then they maybe win something big. And she kind of won something big, and now we're seeing that it was still with a limited game. It was still with a game that right now is just not really going to stand up to someone like Rybakina. If Elena is having a good day at the office, if the ruthless firepower is just a little much, I don't really know what Emma was supposed to do here, with her current set of skills and abilities. Well, I mean, I really cannot say that she was playing poorly or that she didn't fight. But at this point in time, this was the most that she could have done against Rybakina on such a good day, which is a bit eye-opening. But at the same time, shouldn't really cut back on any of the comments that we've made previously on her improvement, on how good she's been the last few months, finally playing regularly, staying healthy, competing against some top players. 2 very good matches against Sabalenka. It's not like this happens to her all the time. But yeah, I mean, presently Rybakina was just far too good on the day, and Raducanu didn't have too much to say in this matchup. And yeah, I mean, this was supposed to be a Rybakina test, I suppose. Well, okay, she was tested by Valentova, but maybe the first, maybe the most important match on the way to the quarterfinals. And well, she's passed it with flying colors, hasn't she?
Absolutely, she has. I think there was pretty much nothing else that she could have done today differently. It'd be interesting because the stats will still say that Rybakina made more unforced errors, I actually think, than Emma did, but the forced error count is, heavy in favor. Yeah, I mean, it was very simple today. Well, she made it look simple anyway. But yeah, I think producer said this is the first time she's reached the second round of the US. And, she's looking very good. She's obviously had a very good start to very good North American hardcourt swing so far. And, Damien has her going to the final. So, who knows?
Oh, it's Vondrousova Paolini next. Okay. I might have underestimated the chances. Yeah, second week. Fergus said second round, but it's obvious what he meant.
Second week. Sorry.
Vondrousova Paolini, I might have underestimated that fourth round a little bit. But right now I have a lot of belief in Rybakina's form.
I still think it'll be Rybakina that makes the quarters, whether it's Paolini or Vondrousova. But yeah, as you said, there's no reason to, all British media will jump on this as is this a reset for Raducanu once again after, another beatdown. I think 4 for the season, proper beatdowns. 2 for Iga, 1 for Anisimova, and then 1 for this. 1 today. But maybe I'm missing 1. But
could be. I mean, I'm mostly thinking about the slam matches. I mean, there might have been something Marchish that.
Yeah, I know there was the one against Goff. She lost, I think 2 and 3, but
1 and 2. Yeah, I'm just checking.
Oh, was it 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know how you felt about the Indian Wells match against Moyuka Uchijima. To be fair, I don't remember it much.
That was. I like to put that out of my memory, so we're not going to talk about it.
Maybe the worst one though was Buksa in Singapore. I remember watching that.
Yes.
Anyway, great
I'm
form
talk-
recently. I mean, she's
I'm talking
definitely
about. I'm talking
improving.
about beatdowns in a sense, like proper.
Yeah, I know. She's
Um,
definitely improving. She's heading
Yeah.
somewhere, but presently
This
a player
is
like Rybakina was just too much.
yeah. When she's on, and that's obvious. You have to remember that Raducanu is still 22, which is kind of crazy because it feels like she's been around for forever. She's got so much time left on tour that I'm sure we will get to a point where she can quite easily, when she is that, top 15, top 20 player. But I think that is probably the base level. Obviously, she has been a top 10 player before, but yeah.
No, I'm sorry, man. I have to read this. And this isn't a Brit. Okay, by the comment, I thought that this was going to be a Brit, but that's somebody from Phoenix, Arizona, apparently. So I said on Twitter that Raducanu has gotten herself to like that top 20, 30-ish level and something later. But Mr. Garland, I suppose, says that 20, 30, but she's not really good. The rankings are more about who can actually afford to travel and get to tournaments more than ability. Raducanu is really about 40, 60 range and ability, but can afford to travel, so she picks up points. It's amazing. I mean, I usually shouldn't reply even, but I'm just gonna say something like, I don't know, top 100 players can afford to travel. I mean,
I'm not going to comment on that because I will be here all day. Yeah. Listen, I actually do think that Raducanu, this is probably Raducanu will win her first WTA title in Asia this year. I couldn't tell you where it would be, but I just feel like she's playing too well at the moment not to,
I know what Garland will say then.
Yeah, clip this, put it on Twitter, and at him, and I'll see. I'll see his reaction.
Garland will just say, "Oh, I mean, not everybody traveled to Asia. It's a big expense, and Raducanu has so much advertisement money. Her Rolex contract got her there."
But I do think she will win her first WTA title in Asia at some point at the back end of this year. But for now, she just has. It's something she can't. She can't dwell on this one. It's like her first two slam losses this year. It's something to move on from and just accept that she was beaten by the better player today.
I don't think they play on the same court, Ashley, but they will be playing relatively soon. I think they're after one of the men's matches. Typically, it works like that. Could check the schedule if you want to, but I don't know. Well, maybe I will. But yeah, it's not going to be right after this one.
Alcaraz continuing to sinner his way through the draw. 6-2 first set against Arderi.
Yeah, so Vondrousova and Paulini are going to play after Lehečka Koligno, Ashley. And then Lehečka is currently leading that match, a set and a break up. So if he closes it out in straights, it should be in like an hour or something like that. After Raducanu, Rybakina, we're going to have Shelton and Manarino, but that's not before 1:30 local time, so not before an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah. Right. I think that is. I have to write a very long tweet defending Raducanu to the British media and write about that. So,
You gotta start that book,
Yeah, gotta start that book. Wow, am I glad I brought Twitter Premium so I can, write as many characters as I want about how everyone needs to just give it a rest for once. Bonzi is set and on serve in the second. But yeah, thank you very much, Damien. It was a pleasure as always. It's been a little while since I've actually seen you on stream, so yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you everybody who joined. I don't know actually what our content plans are for the rest of the day, Ashley. Sorry. So, but yeah, keep tuning into the channel, and obviously if the streams are there, then they're there. Yeah, thank you to everybody who showed up, and thank you, Fergus, and see ya.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.